Hello everyone, Tzilla54 is my name, and welcome to another review of the SH Monster Arts figure. That's right, we're having an SH Monster Arts today. So if you already see what the thumbnail is, then I'd be happy to show it to you. And this is the SH Monster Arts Rodan Second Form 2021 from the Netflix animated series Godzilla Singular Point. Yes, and this box looks pretty amazing. And I really love how there's a flock of Rodans are flying in the sky while this big Rodan came in the view. And I love how they got it from the actual anime from Netflix. If you haven't seen it yet, and if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. Well, and I say that this anime is not so bad whatsoever, but I love how it has multiple chaos going around in Japan. But I won't spoil it for you. But like I said, this TV show was on Netflix, and you can type it at Godzilla Singular Point. Go check that out. Now, without further ado, let's get into the detail of the box itself. So here's the box of the name. Here's the box, and it has the name of Rodan 2021, the second form. And it has this tiny logo of Rodan. Then there's Godzilla 2022. And there's that silver sticker, which is Tamashii Nation quality, which I actually never heard that in my entire life. But I just like to stick around with an SH Monster Arts. Then on the side, we have this side that has like a math problem or equation, I should say. Or I should say algebra or something. And on the box, the back of the box, we have a silhouette of Rodans. Then we have different accessories that comes with. Well, this is the only figure that's inside the box. And there's a picture of Jet Jaguar and Godzilla Ultima for a different size comparison. And those two figures are sold separately. Yes, I know what this one says. And it has tiny Rodans with wires that connected to the bottom of their body. Then we have other information, which I don't understand. Then moving along, we have a picture of Rodan. And I'm going to put this down because you won't be able to read it on the top. What it says, that if you want to take a look at it, we can go ahead and pause the video. And on the top, we have the box itself for the name of the box. Then we have warnings that what you need to be careful with this figure, because every single SH Monster Arts are not for children under age 18. Alright, so let's go ahead and open that box. So by the way, I got this box at the mall, and it was $55 for this guy. And it says it's been used, so I check every detail of the box before opening this, and I'm just kind of worried about the figure itself, because I'm not so sure how durable it is, or if the ball joints are still intact. But just a reminder, I haven't opened this yet. Well, that is until today, because we're going to find out to see if this guy is durable, and we had to make sure that the body parts did not fall. So let's go ahead and open this guy up in just a few minutes. And we're back. And I took him out of the box quickly, just so that I don't have problems with opening that plastic box. And like I said, I have no idea how durable it is, or if the movement of this figure is movable. You know what I'm saying? Like just to make sure that the ball joints don't jump off or something like that. So let's test the head. Okay, it looks like we can look up and we can down a little, down just like that. Just like facing forward, then go to the left, and I open the mouth early, then to the right, and then let's see if the mouth can open up. Okay. Okay, this is far as I can go, because I have no idea if the jaw, if the lower jaw is attachable or that it might break off, because I have to be very careful. Now we can close it all the way, and let's see how the wings can move. I guess that's pretty much it. That goes all the way back. Now it looks perfect. The way it's flapping its wings like back and forth, just like that. And I actually don't know what's the point of this thing. The piece of the wing right there on the shoulder. But it seems it doesn't come off too easily. All right, let's turn him around and see how does it look like. All right, so we got a tiny bit of red and gray patterns, along with the back of the wings that has like a somewhat like an airplane. Okay, I have no idea what I'm saying, but I'm just testing this figure out to see which how far can you move this figure. And yes, you can also turn the head about 360 degrees. And then the wings. Oh, okay. So that's how it goes. Ooh, maybe it's like when you try to make him stand, well, like as if he's walking. Okay, I see. But what about the hand? Can you well, you could actually move this piece of hand like forward and backward just a little bit, but not like an actual pterodon a pterodon toy that you guys have. Well, probably not. And what about the legs? Let's see how the legs go. They can go like this forward, and then they can go backwards like this far. Okay, that one's. I'm not saying it's very loose, but it's still tight. So I guess this figure is in good condition. Nothing's broken. But what about the feet? So like the feet at the bottom, right here, and see how I can go forward. Looks good enough. And what about the other foot? I'm going to do this with this other hand. Very good, very good. And okay, now that we're clear with the ball joint problem, it seems that nothing's coming off. Now we can talk about the design of this figure. So now, the design of this figure looks very, very impressive. And to be honest, I just like the way how they were given the idea of him being like a pterodon or something. And yes, that's what Rodan really is. He's a gigantic pterodon. But in this one, he's a lot smaller. And just like the ones you see in Netflix. And he does seem very, very good. And I love how the chest section, it has lots of spikes and they're very, very tiny. That's the part I really love about Rodan. But what else is cool is that just like this one, on both sides of his head, ow, I almost poked myself. Um he's got multiple teeth on the inside. And I'm like, wow, this guy has lots of teeth like a shark. And there's his tongue on the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but here we go. There you go. Now, and the two crests on his head, it is very, very nice detail compared to the first form of Rodan. But in fact, it looks a lot similar to the Showa Rodan, and that's what I like about that one. Okay, now what else am I going to show you is that on how to make Rodan stand on his legs and his arms laying down on the ground, like as if he's like a pterodon. Okay, so you can move this leg forward and close both of those wings like so. Then once you got those wings in the position, you can now go ahead and place them like this and lower his arms down. Well, let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it right. Okay. Maybe just like this. All right. Here, let me get the camera closer. Okay, I I guess maybe not just all the way down, all the way backwards, but I'm just trying to make him stand like as if he was walking, but you get the idea of how he was meant to be. You get the idea how he was meant to stand just like that. So like as if he landed and he was walking like an actual pterodon. So that is very cool and I love it. And now I just don't remember how big this guy is, but he is much bigger like a car or something that's bigger but same height as that guy. Okay, now on to the next step. We are going to go ahead and give him a flight stand, and we'll also find out what to do with multiple Rodans. So be right back. All right, so here's how it works. So you get it. So it comes with this flight stand for Rodan, and this is where Rodan goes at the top. And you get to plug this in on top of it, but be aware of I actually just crack the flight stand of this one, so be aware of that. If you are planning to put this on this stand, do be careful with that. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and bring him. Let's go ahead and bring him on the flight stand. Just carefully. And here we go. Looks great. Yeah, it looks perfect. All right, next, the other accessory it comes with tiny Rodans, like flock of Rodans, I should say. It's just like these guys, the one I'm holding in my hand. So by looking at those guys, they kind of look like the ones I have for the game board of like Jurassic Park 3. Cause I'm not because I'm not joking. I do have an actual board game of Jurassic Park 3, the island survival game, and they look exactly just like that. But only one of those pieces of the board game look a lot bigger. So yeah, that's what those guys remind me of. Okay, so with that being said, here's the bottom of the peg for the flight stand. So what you do is that you gotta take a piece. You have to take Rodan off there before you display it, and you gotta punch through this hole which has hexagon peg, and you have to press it all the way down as best as you can. Or actually, this might be tough. So what we're gonna do instead is by give it. Oh wait, okay. Now I see the problem. You gotta grab it from the top, not from the bottom. You have to grab it from the top, not from the bottom. My bad. Okay, let's get those pegs down there. Now we can go ahead and put these guys here and see how it looks. All right, so here you are. Here are the flock of Rodans that they were flying around. Now, the only thing is that if you want to display your figure, you got to spread out the multiple Rodans as they were flying, and you can move them anywhere you want. And just make sure that none of them will make contact with the bigger Rodan. Okay, I guess this will have to do. Now, let's move these guys over here. Just a little lower. Then the second one is this one. And here's the third one. And the fourth one. Yeah. And finally, we're going to place our big guy on the flight stand as he was before. And perfect. Oh wait, he's tilting. Okay. And he's underneath the shadow. Perfect. So there you go. And that is Rodan leading the flock of Rodans, and which they were gonna fly towards either Godzilla, or they're gonna attack Jet Jaguar. And this is how it looks. Amazing, isn't it? Okay. Now that we're done with the display, now we can go ahead and give a size comparison to 2021 Rodan with other Rodans I have on the shelf. And once we're done with that, we can move along to other SH Monster Arts monsters that I have in my collection. Be right back. Okay, so I want to apologize for how Rodan that doesn't look right, and how the wings are are moving too high. I tried to make him stand, but I couldn't because his feet are not touching the ground. But now it looks like he's laying down on the ground. But I hope it's not. I hope it's not terrible from where he was standing. But we're just gonna move on to the size comparison. So anyway, here we have the SH Monster Arts Fire Rodan with the stand, and I'm also trying to make Fire Rodan stand on his feet, but I can't. But at least I tried. But now you know how big it is compared to 2021 Rodan. Alright, so now that we're done with this, let's go ahead and bring the Rodan SH Monster Arts Rodan 2019. And here's Rodan 2019 that I'm holding him because he doesn't have a stand for you to put him on between his legs like I did with Fire Rodan, but he does comes with a flight stand on his chest just like him. Sorry if I move him. Then here's okay, so now that we're done with two Rodans, we're gonna bring out other SH Monster Arts, which they are small, but the length of the wings and the arms might be big as well. But we're gonna put the 2019 Mothra right next to Rodan. Now we're gonna bring my two Mechagodzillas that I have right here. So here's the SH Monster Arts Mechagodzilla 1993, aka Super Mechagodzilla. Then we're gonna bring the last Mechagodzilla that I have over here. And hopefully he's gonna stand just right. And this is Mechagodzilla 1993 poster version figure. So I'm going to bring this up so that you can see the difference and comparison. Okay. Now that we're done with other figures and see how big Rodan is, that covers up the detail of SH Monster Arts Rodan 2021 second form. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and to be honest, I was looking forward to record this guy on the camera and show it to you guys what you can do with this figure, because I remember that someone that didn't remember to post the video of SH Monster Arts Rodan second form 2021. And yes, and I forgot one more thing about Rodan. So just like how you move every ball joint for him, and you could also move this back piece. See how it looks? You can move it forward and backwards and tuck it all the way in. But I don't want to go too far because I'm just afraid that it might broke after I move it too much. But it's no big deal because this figure is in good condition. Now that I cover up all the details and comparison of this guy, and I can't wait to display him on the shelf and see what he looks like. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and turn on notification bell to get new videos for my upcoming videos. And leave a comment of what do you think about Rodan 2021 second form. And by the way, don't forget to look it up on Netflix. That's called Godzilla Singular Point. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and check it out. Anyway, I hope this covers everything that I explained to you guys. But if you manage to get your hands on him, and I hope it's worth a while. But anyways, take care. See you guys. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.